welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since, and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Camera movement, and we are on. Welcome to the Monday community run. Hello everybody. We've been away. We've had a week away at the parents, the in-laws, not the in-laws. Victoria's in-laws. Yeah, my mother-in-law. So we've been away for a week. We are back. Thank you very much to Clive Finnemore for looking after the Zwift Run channel for a whole week. Pretty much streaming every day he's been, so it's been pretty good. Thank you very much to Clive for that. And Clive will still continue, but we're back now as well, and we are on chat. So hello Alfredo, hello Yoko, who says hello Stephen and everyone. Hi all, says Alfredo. Jeff says evening all. Sarah Jacobson says hi friends and Stephen. Jason Mitchell, happy new year everyone. Sebastian, happy new year everyone. Clive says good evening, welcome back. Thank you very much Clive. Paul Hayward says hello, back to business. Yeah, back in business. We are off. Amy Green says, hello, good evening. Amy, thank you so much for your Christmas presents. Amy sent us some wrapped parcels for Christmas, which we opened on Christmas Day. Some coasters with a Z on for Zwift. And what else did we get from Amy? Oh yeah, hot chocolate. Maltesers and Malteser flavoured hot chocolate. John Farrell, hello. We've got a black screen. What's that black screen for? Why have we got a black screen? Let me sort that out. Find out why that is. Wonder what's supposed to be there. Oh, I know. It's always the same problem. It's always the same issue. Yeah. Are you going at 9 then? Right, Victoria's going at a different speed to me. X2. No technical issues. We're all perfectly fine here. So Clive is leading the run as well tonight. So we just follow the yellow beacon, or keep with the yellow beacon. Kathy McManus is on. Hello, Kathy. Victoria says hello back, Sebastian. Well, hang on a minute.
Hello, Sebastian, and thank you so much for your kind gift. Much appreciated.
What did you get?
Yeah.
What kind of gift? Yeah, I don't know.
I showed you.
Yeah.
Stephen's all jealous now.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's got amnesia. He's forgotten. Hello to Anthony. Anthony says, hi Stephen, Victoria, Amy, Yoko, Sarah, Clive, and anyone I may have forgotten. Hello Heather. She says, good evening everyone, Happy New Year. And has everybody made a 2023 running goal? Or several running goals, perhaps? I'm now starting on my marathon training plan in preparation for Paris. It's the first of our interval sessions on Wednesday. What time? 6 PM UK time. On Wednesday, we start our Paris Marathon intervals. Stephen's treadmill has turned itself off. That serves him right for going at a faster pace than me. Jason Mitchell's goal is to start running again. That's good enough, Jason. I had a couple of injuries over the summer. Well, I had one injury. I tore my calf. I got over that. I got back to running. I hurt my hip. But I think that was all to do with being on crutches and lopsided when I tore my calf. Then I lost my running mojo. But I am focused. I need to get these marathons done. Jeff's got taper time from today. Jeff, when does... I know you're doing the spine, aren't you? When does that start? Anthony's biggest goal is to survive. Amy is like Jason Mitchell, she just needs to get back running. Oh, still a bit ill. Amy, just be kind to yourself and get well first. There's no point in rushing back and then making yourself poorly again. Tim, still no screen for me. So Jeff Partridge embarks on the Spine on Sunday the 15th of January. Should I use the word exciting or scary? You know what you're doing though, Jeff. Live says, hope you feel better soon, Amy. Good to hear that you have improved. We've been paranoid actually the past week because Stephen's mum has been coughing and sneezing everywhere and we just don't want to get ill. Jeff thinks a Spine is both exciting and nervous. And scary. But I guess, Jeff, that's like any race, isn't it? We're always got a mixture of emotions as we stand on that start line. We'll all be tracking you, Jeff, and willing you to the end. Sarah Jacobson has her Disney challenge this weekend. Is that where you do like a half marathon and where is it? Right, that's 5k one day, 10k, and then half marathon. Hello to John Freeze. He's got his first run after an injury, where he's been resting for a few weeks. Feels good so far. Yep, John. Wishing everyone an injury-free 2023. The thing is, I think a lot of injuries are where we follow our heart and not our head. Because that was certainly the case for me in 2022. I knew I shouldn't have done a particular race. I did it because my heart said to, and then I got injury, and then weeks of no running.
Okay, Sarah Jacobson has got some friends who are running not only the 5k, 10k and half, which is what Sarah's doing, but they're doing the full thing. 5k one day, 10k the next, half marathon the day after that, and then the full marathon the day after that. So 4 days, long weekend of running 4 days, and yeah, 5, 10, half and full marathons. Amazing. Right, I'm trying to catch up. Oh, okay, right, sorry. Correction, says Sarah Jacobson. I'm doing the half marathon, but not the 5 or the 10k. Oh, okay, apologies. Yeah, I thought you were doing the... Hang on a minute. She's not doing the 5 or the 10k. She's just doing the half marathon and the full marathon. Wow, okay, well that's amazing. So I thought Sarah was doing the 5k, 10k and then the half, but she's actually doing the half and the full. That is going to be amazing. Well done, Sarah. Good job. She said her training has tapered off a little bit in the past couple of weeks. So, yeah, that's probably what you need, Sarah. She's just hoping it's going to be okay. Well, I think it was a taper that wasn't meant to be, is what she was saying.
Sarah, that taper is probably going to do you a favour. Because I used to taper for 1 week before a marathon. But for Paris last year, I tapered for 2 weeks. And it definitely made a difference.
We've missed
Sarah missed her last 20-mile run. You'll be fine, Sarah. John Fries thinks he injured himself running with a puppet for the Halloween 5K. John Farrell sprained his ankle because his dog pulled him over. Heather likes my snazzy Adidas running jacket. Thank you, Heather. It was actually a freebie from a friend of mine that she didn't want it anymore. So Kim has asked, is Sarah doing the Goofy challenge or the Dumbo challenge?
Surely she's not doing a Dumbo challenge.
Anthony did a short 10k trail race today. The instructions were a little confusing. Anthony, I don't know if you watched Stephen's park run video that we did yesterday. 5k park run, I went the wrong way. It's very confusing when marshals tell you to go the wrong way. So Sarah is doing the Goofy challenge. Sarah, do you have to dress up as Goofy as well? Sebastian is suggesting Stephen slows down. So are you now with the group?
Right, Sarah is not. Well, that doesn't ask. Yeah, that doesn't answer the question as to whether you're going to wear a Goofy costume, Sarah. So, at the Disney Challenge, you don't have to get a costume, but they are encouraged. So, we want to know whether Sarah Jacobson is going to be wearing her fairy outfit, her Elsa Frozen outfit, her Mary Poppins outfit, her Goofy costume, which we know she's got in the cupboard. 2 kilometres done for the Beacon Group. By the way, hello. We're doing the community run here on Zwift, live on the Zwift Run channel. Live broadcasts of Zwift running every day from myself and Clive Finnimore and Victoria and Chris Beale on a Saturday. As long as Clive doesn't steal Chris Beale's stream key, which he's done for 2 weeks running now. John Farrell wants to know if I was the marshal that sent Victoria the wrong way at Park Run on Saturday. No, I was not. Yesterday, rather. I was standing at the end waiting for Victoria to arrive. Well, not quite at the end. About 300 metres from the end. On a bend that the runners are supposed to come down to finish. And Victoria never turned up. And then she arrived by my side, having finished, and said that she'd been sent the wrong way. And they'd had to cut across the course to get onto the right route for the finish. Victoria and another lady. So there we are. So Victoria, on a 5k run, managed to go the wrong way. But still, she finished, and she did 5k, just over 5k. It was an interesting run on Sunday, on New Year's Day, because it had absolutely poured with rain up until about literally 5 minutes before Park Run started. Jason says, what's the main platform that you broadcast on now? Well, we are on YouTube. So although we broadcast on Twitch and we also broadcast on Facebook, our main channel is the Zwift Run channel on YouTube. That's where we do the live Zwift broadcasts from. So many of you that follow us will know we have two YouTube channels. We have the Film My Run channel, which is where I post all my videos of Victoria going the wrong way at Park Run and me climbing mountains in the Pyrenees or the Alps, or Victoria climbing the mountains. And then the Zwift Run channel is where we post all our Zwift running and where we do the live broadcasts and where we invite you to come and join us as well, because we are looking for people who want to live stream Zwift running. So if you've got a treadmill, if you want to point your camera, your phone, or whatever it is, or your computer at your treadmill and broadcast live and join us broadcasting live on the Zwift Run channel, just like Clive does, just like Chris Beale does on a Saturday, you're more than welcome to drop me a line and we'll get you fitted into the schedule, and you can do as much or as little as you like. One stream a week like Chris, or up to 10 streams a week like Clive does. We'd love to have you join us. I know Sarah Jacobson was half thinking about it, and is this Jason Mitchell trying to get his mojo back? Come and join us, Jason, on Wednesday for the Paris Marathon intervals, or Saturday for the Paris Marathon long slow run. We'd love to have you back with us, Jason, running, so that'd be awesome. Come and join us on a Wednesday or a Saturday. Right, Sarah Jacobson says, let me get through this weekend and then we can connect regarding live streaming. That'd be great, Sarah. Kim says, who would want to watch my slow interval runs? Well, Kim, plenty of people. Let me tell you, well, you know better than most, because Kim is a Zwift expert. There are so many runners on Zwift who like to run nice and easy, run walkers as well, that in fact probably make up the majority of Zwifters. So there'll be plenty of people who, like you, Kim, do easy running, or even, well, I say easy running, I mean even when you're running intervals, you know, it's still hard for you guys.
Kim, there will be plenty of people who would be inspired by your running. And that is genuine. Unless you're up with the elites, there will always be people who are faster than you, and always people who are slower than you. And it's all about us having our own personal achievements and goals. And we do inspire other people.
So we are 3 kilometres nearly, just approaching the 3 kilometre mark. Bouncing up and down there ahead of us, look. Here it is, here it comes. So the Beacon group is now at 3 kilometres in, with 7 to go on this Monday, the 2nd of January 2023. Welcome along, and Happy New Year to you if you're just joining us. What plans have you got for this year? What races are you doing? We know what Sarah Jacobson's doing. We know what Jeff Partridge is doing. What plans have you got for this year? Any exciting races, any big races, any new adventures for you? Tell us, let us know, either in the live chat now or in the comments later. If you're watching this after the event, pop it down in the comments below. So we are working our way up to the Paris Marathon from now. This is our first week of proper training. Tour of Cambridgeshire, says Ryan Downey. What, Cambridgeshire, UK? Ryan. Is Ryan Downey coming to the UK? He keeps promising to come to the UK. And I think COVID got in the way. Black screen again. What's going on? Is that close up again? Victoria doesn't like this bit. There you go, it's gone again now. Right, yeah, might be time to take a jumper off in a minute. It is definitely getting a bit warmer. 12.3 degrees in shed quarters, according to the AGMT. Come on, Ryan, what are you doing? Oh, bless you, Heather. Heather says, I genuinely find this channel inspirational. I love it. Very grateful to everyone who streams. It has massively improved my running and my running enjoyment. Well, that's what we want to hear, Heather. So anyone else, who sometimes has low mojo, loses their mojo, like Victoria did the other day, or the other week, we try to encourage people to get out there, either on Zwift or outdoors, and go running. And that's what Clive, myself, Chris, anyone else who is live streaming on the channel wants to do. That's what we're here for. Oh, and John Free says ditto to what Heather says. Thank you, John. Thank you, Heather. Jason Mitchell has the Arc 50, Ultra Jack, UTS 50, the Plague, CCC, wow, and hopefully maybe the Paris Marathon if entries are still open. Oh, CCC hopefully, and maybe the Paris Marathon if entries are still open. Right, the entries are still open. Jason, get your entry in now. Come and join us, get your entry in. So Jason is doing the Arc 50, which is a 50-mile run towards the end of this month. And we'll see him on the start line of that, because we will be there live streaming and doing Master of Ceremonies. Then the UTS 50K, which Victoria and I did last year rather. The Plague, which is a race that I've done 2 or 3 times. And CCC, which is out in Chamonix, which is a 100-kilometre run in the mountains in the Alps. That's half of the UTMB race. And the ballot results for that come out, yes, sometime this month, I think. And Ultra Jack, Jason, I've not heard of Ultra Jack before, so you'll have to tell us what that is. Victoria's in the ballot for OCC, so hopefully we'll hear about that in the next few weeks. Ryan Downey has come back to us. He is cycling around Cambridgeshire. Let me just see what he said about that. 100-mile ride around Cambridgeshire. So he is coming. When is it, Ryan? Right, ballot results for the UTMB, CCC, OCC come out on the 10th of January. So we've only got a week to wait before we know whether Jason Mitchell has got into CCC or whether Victoria has got into OCC. And Clive, have you applied for UTMB? We already know that I'll be doing UTMB. I've already got my place. Lucky me. So good luck to everyone who has applied for one of the Chamonix races this year. Hope you get in. Jeff Partridge says, just looking at our avatars, we need Amy back in the group. Yeah, we've got Clive, Jeff, myself. All we need now is Amy to make the classic quartet of 100-mile runners on Zwift. We must think about doing something again soon. I'm not sure we're going to fit anything big in this year because we've got a lot of stuff to do this year. But we'll see. Go on, you read that one out. Hang on.
Anthony Anderson has a 10-mile road race on Sunday in his new age category, 75 plus. Good luck. Good luck, Anthony. Yes, Clive has 2 stones, it says stones, UTMB. That means 2 chances in the ballot, UTMB. Amy doesn't think she can do an outside 100 miles. Of course you can, Amy. If you can do it on a treadmill, you can do it outside. 100%. It's just in the mind.
The thing is, Amy, when we look back, we did that 100 miles in 24 hours. And that's tough. Now, say we entered a 100 miler with a 30-hour cutoff. You've got an extra 6 hours to get around a real outdoor 100. And with the grit and determination that you showed, not only in that 100 miler, but in the Beachy Head Marathon, that you got round, even though it was really tough, you got round the Beachy Head Marathon. That's a real outdoor tough marathon, and you made it round. So, as long as you've got the guts to stick it out for between 24 and 30 hours, you could do a 100 miler. No doubt about it. No doubt. Right, Jason Mitchell says the Ultra Jack is the cousin Jack by Vic and events, yes. Cousin Jack, I have heard the Cousin Jack event in Cornwall. Yes, it's an out and back from St Ives to Cape Cornwall. The last event with the current race directors. Okay, yeah, I have heard of that actually. Cousin Jack, yes. Jeff agrees with us about Amy doing a 100 miler outside, and 100 miles outside is far better than 100 miles on the treadmill, Amy, says Jason. Yeah, agree with that. We are approaching halfway. Well, I am anyway. I don't know about Victoria. I don't know where Victoria is. Yeah, I think your avatar is still running. Should we go and have a look? Yeah, we're approaching halfway in the Monday community run. This is where all the Zwift Run clubs get together. So we've got Ryan Downey's PACK runners, PACK club. We've got my FMR club. We've got the Zwift long distance runners, and we've got Clive's MHG runners. So all the kind of, I say the main clubs, you know, it's actually the main English-speaking clubs, because there are a lot of other clubs on Zwift. For the Spanish runners have got a big contingent. I know that for sure. South African runners, Australia, and also, you know, John Hancock's Run in the Park event, although I don't know if he's got an actual club called Run in the Park, but there are plenty of other clubs on Zwift. But yeah, just the four of us, the main four Western community clubs. We join together every Monday. Ryan Downey says, yes, there is a Run in the Park club. So that is one of the other bigger clubs that maybe we should invite, actually. Maybe we should invite that to join the Monday community run. Victoria is getting on to 4.3 kilometres, says Sebastian. Thank you. Thank you, Sebastian. At least somebody's paying attention. But we could run through the group in a minute and drop some ride-ons. That'll show us who's around. Yeah. Okay. So maybe we'll message John Hancock and ask him to get on the community run with us. Sarah Jacobson is only running to 5k today. I wonder why that is. Good luck to Sarah for her weekend adventures. Half marathon and the marathon at the Disney Challenge this weekend. But yeah, Sarah, does that mean you're not doing intervals with us on Wednesday? Is that your get out for intervals on Wednesday? Unbelievable. Sarah has only entered the Disney Challenge so she can get out of Wednesday intervals. There you go. She planned this. She planned this weeks in advance. Because of course she's going to have at least 2 weeks recovery afterwards as well.
Sarah, that really is extreme. Anthony says good luck to Sarah and say hello to Mickey. Does this mean that Sarah's going to enter a race every 2 or 3 weeks just to get out of Paris Marathon training? I'm impressed. Why didn't I think of that?
Not too late, Victoria. It's not too late, Victoria, for you to enter some races just to get out of training. Racing's always more fun than training, isn't it? So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, Anthony says good luck to Sarah. Clive has got curry for his dinner. Afterwards, we've already had our dinner. We've had a roast dinner, roast potatoes, broccoli, carrots, peas, gravy, Yorkshire pudding, stuffing, and corn roast instead of turkey or chicken. So very nice indeed. Enjoyed that. And thankfully not a stitch in sight just yet. We are over halfway now, running through the villages of Makuri Islands.
Sarah says literally she will run a marathon to get out of interval training. Yoko says good luck to Sarah. Sarah, you know that you will enjoy interval sessions. Which week have we got that really evil one? Stephen, which week are we doing the really evil?
They're all equal.
No.
I can't remember which is most equal.
I think it's next week's one.
The second week
In all seriousness, Sarah will be joining us for some of the sessions, but she will complain about it the whole time. Sarah, you will be out of breath. You will not be able to complain until you've finished. And then you'll be really proud of yourself. Paul Hayward has been batch cooking today.
Right, this is where I will differ from Victoria. I'm with you, Sarah. I will complain the whole time through the interval sessions. And afterwards, I won't feel proud of myself for doing it. I'll just think I wish I hadn't done it because I'm knackered.
If you have the energy to complain, Stephen, it means that you're not putting enough effort into the intervals.
Touché, worthy adversary. Okay, here we are with Paul Hayward, Clive Finnimore, Elsom, Willie Grider, Sebastian Volt, Jeff Partridge, who else? We've got Barcelona there as well. Joseph Barcelona in this group. Olsroad as well. All running together in the Beacon group. And then we've got loads of runners in the run tonight. Over 60 runners, at least I think 60 or 70 runners in the run tonight, some of whom will be blasting on ahead and some of whom will be running behind us, taking it a bit easy, or if they're slower runners, working just as hard as the rest of us. But it should be a relatively comfortable run tonight, so you shouldn't really be going all out unless you've planned this event particularly as a big effort. This is generally our warm-up for the week on a Monday evening, getting ready for some more training, another week of training.
Amy Green is looking forward to actually doing some training. Amy, it really will be great to have you running back with us. But don't come back unless you really are well enough. But I think we can say that we all improved our fitness with last year's Paris Marathon training block. And doing those really evil interval sessions was so much easier when we knew we were doing it as a group. And I think we literally dragged each other round. It certainly helped motivate me. Stephen sent me my marathon training plan today, but I'm refusing to open it. I only want to know, week by week, what I need to do. Otherwise, I just feel overwhelmed. Just take it steady, week by week.
Sarah says that was really smart, Victoria. Right, I wasn't listening. What I really need to know, if Victoria said something smart, what the heck was it? What did you... Oh, right, yeah, Victoria is refusing to open the marathon training plan that I sent her. That is smart. She doesn't want to see what's coming up. Jeff Partridge says, your plan needs to be adjusted week by week too. No point seeing it all up front. Yeah, fair, that is true as well. And which is what we did last year. Just, change it as we go, depending on circumstances and how well or badly the training is going, and how fit and how well you are. No point going out to try and do a session if you're unwell. And no point doing an interval session that is way easier than it could be for you if you are a lot fitter than the plan suggests. Anyway, this week, let's see, what are we doing this week? So we've got today, and then tomorrow we've got the Film My Run 500. That's at 11:35 UK time. Tomorrow evening, Victoria's going to go out with the club, but I will be on the treadmill doing something, but we're not sure yet. I know that Clive has signed up for a 5k at around 5 o'clock UK time. So we'll see about doing something tomorrow. Then Wednesday, we have the first of our Paris Marathon interval training sessions. Do please come and join us for that. We're going to have great fun over the next 12 weeks, doing one interval session a week, and then a longish run on a Saturday. Thursday, we're going to do the Film My Run 500 again at 11:35. And then Thursday evening, we've got Bag That Badge. So if you want to get one of the achievement badges, we'll be doing that on Thursday. Friday, we've got the ZLDR recovery hour, probably, or something else, depending on what's on the calendar. If there's anything interesting anything different we want to do, but we'll definitely do something on Friday evening. Saturday evening, we start our Paris Marathon training long runs, starting with 1 hour on Saturday, and then increasing by 5 minutes every week until our final run of 2 hours, 2 weeks before the marathon. So that's Saturday. We've also got live streaming the MHG lunchtime runs on Monday, today, Wednesday and Friday. And we've got Chris Beale live streaming on Saturday evening before us. So Chris will be on first, and then we'll be on at 6. So hopefully that'll be continuous. Paul Hayward, yes, this Wednesday. We start this Wednesday with the interval training. Half an hour session on Wednesday, so it's over nice and quick. It is hard, but it's over nice and quick on Wednesday. Right, Sarah Jacobson wants to know, or she's considering how she can do the long runs with us on Saturday. She usually does her long runs on Saturday morning Chicago time. So that would be Saturday morning our time, wouldn't it? If we run at 6 p.m. UK time, that's going to be about 9 a.m. Chicago time, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, you could start your long run outdoors and finish it on Zwift with us.
Sarah, we do ours on the treadmill at an easy effort. So literally, when we get off, I can do it again. So Sarah says 6 p.m. UK time is 12 p.m. Chicago time.
Oh, okay.
You can just run all day, Sarah.
Yeah.
Clearly I don't know where Chicago is. Hello, Tina. She says, good evening, everyone. Sebastian says, Happy New Year, Tina. Jason Mitchell has just entered Paris Marathon. So well done, Jason. Brilliant news. That's a lovely route. You'll love it. You'll love running with us. We'll have a great time, Jason. So we will see you the night before the Paris Marathon for a meal. We might even meet each other at the expo. We don't know how many runners we've got, so we need to try and start thinking about getting a group together on Facebook or something where we can all meet up and chat about plans. But we will start sorting that out so we know exactly how many runners we have coming to the Paris Marathon.
7k completed for the Beacon group. An unknown distance completed by me. Hashtag screens for Victoria. It didn't work, a Christmas present. Although Stephen's screen has now decided to turn itself off. We have gremlins in shed quarters. I do wonder though whether it's the kids doing stuff with Google or something.
At least my treadmill won't turn off now because I've taken... The reason it's happening, so my lights keep going off, my screen has just gone off, my treadmill has been turning off, and it's something to do with the automation of the plug switches in the house. So most of the plugs in the studio here, well, all of the plugs in the studio here are controlled on an app on my phone. So they're all net connected. So for some reason, recently, there is some switch being turned on and off. Some of the switches are being turned on and off automatically by the app. And there must be a reason for it. There must be something that I have done or that has happened, which means that the cameras are, or the lights and things are being turned off. With the treadmill, it's quite easy for me to unplug the automation and plug the treadmill in directly to the wall. So that's what I've done now. But the lights and the cameras and the screens, almost impossible for me to get to those connections. So I'm just going to have to deal with it every time they go off and on again. And I'll have to do some investigation as to what could be triggering the lights and things going on and off. We are coming up to 7.5k. 2.5k to go. So we've done 3/4 of the run and 1/4 left to do.
Sebastian would like to know if there is a community run planned in the UK for 2023, like Beachy Head. I have no idea, Sebastian. Stephen will probably do Beachy Head again, because he always does. It may be unlikely that I do it, I don't know. But yes, we will organise something.
Nice to do something cool.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Sebastian says, is there a community run planned in the UK? Yeah, so probably Beachy Head again. But if we chat with everybody and we'll have a little think about where might be good, because we could always try and travel up country and do something at some point, as long as it doesn't clash with any of my 100-milers or any of Victoria's runs. We'll try and organise something, because it does seem a bit unfair to make people travel all the way down from Nottingham, where Amy came from last time, to do a run on the south coast, and South Gloucestershire, wherever that is, where Jeff Partridge came from to do the Beachy Head Marathon, whereas we only had to drive a few miles. So if we do something that's a bit easier for other people to get to, that might be good as well. But we'll certainly, I know you're coming from Germany, Sebastian, so regardless, you'll be travelling a little way anyway. Running through the beautiful forests of Yumezi now, out of the villages. We've only got a couple of kilometres left to do of our Monday community run. Back in training now, getting some speed in the legs for the Paris Marathon in April. Or if you've got any spring marathon coming up, whatever you've got coming up in April or May, good luck to you. Now is the time to start getting those miles in your legs. And if you're going for a time, now is the time to start thinking about what your marathon pace will be and what kind of interval sessions you need to be doing to get up to speed to get that time that you want. Neil Messenger is going to join us for Beachy Head Marathon again, so that's at least me and Neil, and I think Clive is coming again. So there will almost certainly be a little contingent of Zwift runners doing the Beachy Head Marathon in the UK this year. So hopefully Sebastian can come and join us for that.
Heather and her husband, the other Sebastian,
The other side,
are considering running Beachy Head.
don't consider it anymore.
Stephen said, don't think anymore, just book it. I have to say, Beachy Head Marathon, the prices do keep increasing throughout the year. So the earlier you sign up, the better it is on your pocket.
Ryan Downey's packing it in at 8 kilometres. Well done, Ryan. See you again soon. Ryan, we're going to see when he comes to Cambridgeshire to do 100 miles on the bike. So it is the UK that Ryan is coming to. So hopefully we'll be able to get to see Ryan. Ryan, what month is the 100 miles in Cambridge? What month of the year? I.e., when will we be able to meet up with you? Less than 2 kilometres now of our Monday community run, although Victoria's got a little bit further to go. Right, June the 4th sounds like a good date, isn't it? I've got the South Downs Way 100 in the first week of June, but I think that's a week later. Oh no, Victoria thinks we're away that weekend. No, but we're away near Cambridgeshire. We think we're in Norfolk that weekend. Suffolk, rather. We're in Suffolk that weekend, which is actually very near Cambridgeshire. So we might actually manage to make it happen, Ryan. Yeah, we'll sort it, yeah. Yeah, Neil Messenger had no idea what to expect when he ran Beachy Head Marathon last year with us. Coming back this year, he will know exactly what's ahead of him. Which is probably why Victoria doesn't want to do it. She knows what's coming. I know, I'm joking you. Ryan Downey says, thanks for leading, Clive. Clive is just up ahead of me. I don't know why he's ahead of me. We're going the same speed. I'll just catch up. Still got Jeff Partridge, Ortiz, Sebastian, Daniel Elsom, Willie Grider, Clive, Sieg from Denmark. All running together. With a mile to go. Yeah, Heather, forget about thinking about it. Just get on the website and book your places for you and Sebastian for the Beachy Head Marathon. So we'll have 2 Sebastians running the Beachy Head Marathon in October this year. Yeah, Jeff Partridge says, yeah, I know what Beachy Head's like as well. That's why I might not do it again. You loved it, Jeff. You know you did.
A marathon that serves cups of tea and sausage rolls at 17 miles. Beautiful views. You'd love to do it again, Jeff, and you know it.
It's so easy to get set up with Zwift Running. Here's what you need. Firstly, access to a treadmill. It could be at home or at the gym, but any treadmill will work with Zwift. To get you moving in game, we need a speed source. Traditionally, we use a foot pod like the Zwift Pod or the Stride, but you can also use the Run Smart treadmill sensor, your Apple Watch, one of the newer Garmin watches, the TSS app, and if you have a smart treadmill, your treadmill will connect directly to Zwift without the need for another device. Now simply download the Zwift app onto a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, an Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. Finally, pair your speed source in the app. Pairing heart rate from your watch or a chest strap is also a great addition to Zwift. And that's it. You're all set up for solo runs, solo or group workouts, challenges and real-time racing on Zwift with people from all over the world. So during the break, Victoria and I used the time to moan a little bit. I moaned that I'm desperate for the toilet. Victoria moaned that she's got a pain in the back of her hamstring. So just use a little bit of the downtime to cry and moan a bit. The stuff that we would never do actually when we're talking to you guys. With just over a kilometre left to do. Clive Finnemore says it's most definitely time for the toilet. Yes, I've been feeling the call of nature for a little while now, holding it in. Jeff Partridge really did enjoy the checkpoint at 17 miles on the Beachy Head Marathon. Yeah, it's a good checkpoint. Bob de Boer, hello Bob, says Happy New Year, miss you guys. Heading to Finland, see you in February. Wow. Hey, enjoy Finland, Bob. I keep meaning to come and visit you in Switzerland to have a go of your motorised hoverboard. What's it called? Surfboard, your motorised surfboard, which I absolutely loved when I saw the pictures of it. Neil Messenger is going to get himself a Garmin Phoenix watch to do his run for Beachy Head. That'll be good. Yeah, me and Clive and Victoria, we all love our Garmin Phoenix watches. Although Victoria and I have actually got Epix watches, but it's pretty much the same as a Phoenix. Just a bit different in that Phoenix watch's battery life is a little bit better, but the screen is a lot better on the Epix. So Neil's getting the Phoenix 7X, nice one. Yeah, really good watch that. Really good battery life, really good features. I've got one of them as well. I use it for my long runs. Really long runs, I mean. But most of the time I wear my Epix, which is this one. Victoria's got a similar one, so they've just got a nice bright screen, even though the battery doesn't last quite as long. It would easily last you a marathon and more. Yeah, but that's just because your eyesight is terrible. Victoria says she still can't see everything. The main thing that Victoria complains about on her watches is that she can't see everything on the screen, especially when you're running and your eyesight's a bit blurry, you've got sweat in your eyes. Victoria had the Phoenix 6S before this, with quite a small screen and not as bright as the Epix. Now she's got the Epix Gen 2, which has got a really lovely bright screen. Anybody who's got an Apple Watch, it's the same kind of screen as that, coloured, bright screen. And she still complains, and it's a bigger screen as well, and she still complains she can't see everything clearly. 600 metres to go of today's community run. I've managed to get a little bit ahead of the group again, so I'll slow down a bit. Paul says, has Victoria got navigation? Yes, she has. And the next time she does Worthing Park Run, which is basically up Worthing Seafront, turn around and come back down again exactly the same way, we will make sure we'll put the map on her watch so she doesn't get lost. Yeah, rookie error for the Ormskirk Park Run yesterday. No, not yesterday? Was it yesterday? Gosh, seems so long ago. It was yesterday. So great to be back on Zwift. Great to see you all again. Although we have been keeping our eyes on the Facebook page and on Clive's live streams. But it's really lovely to be back. And we are back for good for the next 3 months now. Until we go to Paris, we are solid on Zwift every week. Almost every day on Zwift. And I'm pretty sure that there will be a live stream every day on Zwift. So come and join us at 11:35 tomorrow UK time for the Film My Run 500 with Noble Pro.
Yoko says thank you, Victoria and Stephen. You're welcome. It was a nice start run. Good to be back, Yoko. Neil used his Apple Watch and it died halfway through the run. Yeah, I think you'll be really pleased with your Phoenix, Neil. Phoenix. We have another black screen and we have lights being turned off. Thank you, Sarah. She says it's glad to have us back. Also, thanks to Victoria and Clive for getting off to a good start. Clive thinks we're going to be fighting for who gets to the shower first. We do actually have 2 showers in our house, although Stephen wants to get rid of one of them.
You want a dishwasher?
Oh, Amy got a Garmin for Christmas. What did you have before, Amy? And which Garmin have you got now? Very exciting. Thank you, Tina. It really is nice to be back.
Apologies for the technical problems with the cameras and the lights and all sorts. There I am. I'll try and get this sorted by the time we come back on tomorrow night for whatever we do tomorrow. Well done to everyone. And we're just coming to the end now. Oh, I haven't given anyone ride-ons. Maybe I'll do that on the companion app later. Just crossing the finish line. And we'll go back to Victoria and see where she is. We will wait for Victoria. You can't be that far behind, Vic. Okay, so Victoria, so Amy did have an Apple Watch before, and she's now got a Forerunner 55. So at least she has better battery. Yeah, so Amy, I would say, actually, arguably, your Apple Watch might well be just as good. The Forerunner 55 is a nice watch. It's got good battery, but the screen will be better on your Apple Watch. But the features will probably be better. Yeah, they're accurate, more accurate on the Forerunner 55. That's for sure. Yeah. Yoko says, Amy, take care. Looking forward to seeing you in Zwift soon. Neil says, well done, everyone. I'm trying to cope with my lights. They're like constantly turning off. I'm sure you can see the lights going off and then coming back on again. There we are. Lights back on again now. They're just constantly turning off. Clive says, have a good evening and see you next time. Sebastian says, thanks for streaming. Clive says, thanks for streaming. Tina Beard says, so nice to see you both again. See you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Victoria is... Let's find out where Victoria is. Hang on, we'll just look at the map. Or actually what we could do is type in Victoria's name and then we'll go and find her. Hold on 2 seconds. It couldn't possibly be boring waiting for you, darling. Right. Oh, no. Type it properly, Stephen. Heather, you are a superstar. Heather has now booked the Beachy Head Marathon, so we were already getting quite a few people for the Beachy Head Marathon. Yes, hang on.
So, in answer to Sebastian's earlier question, will there be a meet-up in the UK? Yes, there will be a meet-up in the UK. We will be meeting for the Beachy Head Marathon. I think that's October. Sebastian is now frantically checking his diary to see if he can actually do it or not. Jeff Partridge says, your studio lights are like having a head torch controlled by an app. Over-engineered. Indeed. Or a head torch where the battery is running low and it keeps deciding to turn itself off.
Yeah, Jeff, something's triggering it to constantly turn the lights off and the screen and the treadmill. I'm just going to have to find out what on earth it is that's doing it. I've got a feeling it's something to do with movement in the shed that one of the cameras has got a sensor on it to detect movement or sound, and that I've got some trigger set up that it'll turn things off in the studio when it hears sound or something. I don't know. So I've got something anyway. Victoria's got 500 meters left to run. You can see her on screen there. Right, so it sounds like during this run we have organised the Beachy Head Marathon for October. Jeff Partridge says it's Anne's 50th, that's his wife, Anne's 50th birthday at the end of October. What's not to like about a weekend away in Eastbourne? Yeah, a romantic weekend away in Eastbourne. You could even sign Anne up for the Beachy Head Marathon, Jeff. I'm sure she'd appreciate that as a birthday present. So come to Eastbourne and enjoy the Beachy Head Marathon with us in October. We already have now Neil Messenger, Heather, Sebastian, Heather's husband Sebastian, Berlin Sebastian, Jeff Partridge, me, Victoria, Clive, Jeff's wife, Anne, and Clive's wife Lucy, who we know is going to run as well. So yeah, there's loads of us going to Beachy Head this year. So look forward to that, but that's not till October, and we've got a lot of runs to fit into the calendar before then. Yeah, that would be a quick divorce, Jeff, to be honest with you, but you know, I reckon you might be able to get away with it. You can get away with running Beachy Head, and your wife can go and saunter around the shops of Eastbourne for 4 hours. Or there's a nice cafe on the seafront she'd enjoy.
Yes, Jeff, there is a really, really nice cafe on Eastbourne seafront that she'd love. And hello to Leo, good to have you with us. Hopefully see you again soon. And Happy New Year to you. I hope 2023 is kind to you. Distance am I at now? Ooh, I'm nearly at the end. Now that I can see my screen, I'd forgotten that I got the Marcus Holmes t-shirt shortly before Christmas. That was very exciting. Although I'm sure Marcus is now mortified that there are thousands of people running Zwift with the same t-shirt as him. Does that mean I'm at 10?
Yeah.
No. I'm done, that's me, I've done 10k.
Right, that is us finished. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. We are done here. Oh, hang on a minute. Let me see if I can get the right camera. There we go. Although, actually, oh, never mind. That's all right. Thank you very much for joining us. Take care, everyone. We will see you for the Film My Run 500 tomorrow morning, 11:35. And then we'll do something else in the evening tomorrow. We are here live on the Zwift Run channel from now, almost every single day, until April when we run the Paris Marathon. So take care, and we'll see you for the training session on Wednesday as well. Take care, everyone. Have a good evening. Oh, Tina's got the Marcus t-shirt as well. Very nice. Right, take care all. Bye-bye.